That's a great call. Good play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Poole, touchdown. Quick flag.
Third down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another. Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Of this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. This one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
Odom steps into another. Knocks it down again! It's the big buck. Shot clock is off. Odom for 3. Oh my gosh! At 36 points for Mo Odom. Putting on a show.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into Taco Tuesday's spicy edition of Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratanito, as you see, sporting the women's hoop shirt. You saw the play on the way in, the Sports Center top play. That was from Saturday. Absolutely phenomenal. Marley Washington is just, as talked about it. I mean, the reaction, you go back and look, but yeah, they get the win over a very good UNLV team. Coach Miller's Sun Devils 5-0 to start her tenure here. I guess Gramercy isn't shocked. And when we talk to him in a few weeks, we'll see if maybe he is maybe a little bit shocked. We'll see what he says. But no, absolutely awesome what the women's hoops team is doing. They are in action again tonight at Desert Financial Arena. Again, you're not going to want to miss out. You're definitely not going to want to miss out. So yes, we'll get to that. But yes, welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Caratanito at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you guys know. You can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. You can also hit the wonderful world of IG, as the kids say. As the Shitlins say, and go to IG, and you see my name, Michael Caratanito. It's pretty easy. It's just Michael.Caratanito.5 on Instagram, so you can, again, watch there. But last but not least, as you guys know, the YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and watch live. You can watch live, and it will be absolutely just, again, awesome. You can watch live, which you should do, as we are into season 3 now. But you can also subscribe, and forks up to the new subscribers. Always greatly appreciated. Thank you. You can subscribe and you can binge watch. Where were you for season 1 and 2? Like I say, shame on you. But as I always also do say, I got you. So you can binge watch season 1 as you still watch season 3. Then get into season 2, binge watch season 2, and then you'll be watching season 3 every day, but you'll be all caught up as we have people on and the great converviews and everything. Because again, people say interviews. No, it's a converview. It's a conversation with getting to know them. And again, it's not always obviously X's and O's. And we talked about, man, what a great. If you guys missed yesterday, talking to Sun Devil Hall of Famer and legend Juan Roque. You guys definitely need to check that out, because you definitely did miss out. You definitely missed out. So yes, go to YouTube though, watch live, and then so while you're watching live though, subscribe to the because you you definitely want to subscribe, because you will be going in and around and through Sun Devil country and meeting, again, coaches, players, voices, insiders, everyone. Again, it's been a friend of the program, and it's just going to keep growing and growing. We need more players, and So yes, go there, go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratanudo, and but go to the page. All you have to do is search M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, as in reigning back-to-back Big 12 women's volleyball champs. Yeah, C as in champs. Yes, you can check that out. And at MVC005. So at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. Guys, subscribe away because, like I said, you missed a hell of a conversation, a hell of a con review with Ron Roque yesterday, talking to him about his time here. Obviously, great. And again, I did not know that story about Pat Tillman because that was a phenomenal KMT story. If you want to know it, subscribe to the channel. Go to yesterday's season 3, episode 59 show, and you can, check it out. But again, that's why you subscribe to the YouTube channel, so you can like it and all that good stuff. So yes, Juan Roque, again, forks up to him, man. It was great having him on. Yes, we will have him on again. Some people commented. I got some messages. Yes, we will have the big guy on again. As obviously it is hate week, and the only time I really do use that word is as it is Territorial Cup week. They take on the team from down south. Yeah, I mean, that team down south, again, we're taking them on. So, yes, but if you did miss Juan Roque's interview, my con review with him yesterday, man, again, his great stories about that. Great story about the 96 U of A game down in Tucson and about the score and wanting just to absolutely beat him. And what went down, again, you can go back and watch it. That's why I have it there for you. But subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can go from there. But yes, last night, guys, you saw it. You know what happened. The men's hoops team, Bobby Hurley. Yeah, they take on Texas in the Maui Invitational, and this guy, Mo Odom. Yeah, let me just put it up again. Yeah. There we go.
Shot clock is off.
Down by 2, no shot clock, Mo Odom mishandled, gets a screen, at the deep 3 and sinks to 36 more. Look at this replay, guys. Look at this replay. Sinks it. Oh, look at that. Zingo the strings. The dust goes upside down. The dust there was probably no dust at that time of the night, but man, he got every single last dust particle off the net and buries it, and the Devils win. I mean, look, I was going to put it up again, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you guys, Sun Devil Nation, enjoy it again. And yes, they do have big wins over Florida and UConn, the team down south. But, maybe send them this picture. Oops.
Some big bump. Shot clock is off. Odom for 3. Oh my gosh.
At 36 points for Mo Odom, putting on a show.
I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Mo Odom. Oh, and look at this. This is one from a bit earlier in the game. Yeah, well, 5 minutes. Pretty much look at that same spot. I mean, he was untied. Look at this. And that's the same play.
Odom steps into another.
He will set you up with some chops at the pick. But man, I mean, look at again, just look at it. No spinner this time, but just defender goes under. He's straight on, absolutely buries it. Forks up, man. Mo Odom, 36, a phenomenal win for obviously Coach Hurley, men's hoops, as they beat Texas. They will take on. Do you want to know who they'll take on? There's a game before theirs, and I know you guys know who it's against because I told you, Washington State and Chaminade. And Washington State beat Chaminade. So the Devils beat Texas 87-86. Washington State beat Chaminade. And so today at 6 o'clock our time on ESPN, guess what? ASU will be playing Washington State, old Pac-12 foe. So, didn't play them last year, but, man, they not like Coach Hurley's not familiar with the Cougs. But, yeah, you beat Texas, and now ASU's 5-1 with a win over Texas, and Texas drops to 4-2. There's a lot of Sun Devils fans there, man. Shout out to Res Devil. Great follow on Twitter. Guys, he is, again, just diehard ASU, as one should be. He's a very, very smart man. But he is actually out in Hawaii. Some great videos, but shout out to you, Res Devil Forks Up. I'm sure you're probably it's only 8:25, so you could be awake. I'm not picking on you if you're not, but it's awesome that you are there witnessing this. But yeah, Mo Odom last night, guys, 36 points, 34 minutes. Yeah, he was 7 of 21 from the field, although he was 6 of 12 from three. So that means he was just 1 of 9 from inside the arc, which is crazy. You would think that's a little backwards because you know, a little closer to the hoop. But yeah, he was just feeling it from three, and 34. It's about 35 minutes played. Like I said, 7 for 21 from the field. Or 6-12 3, 16 for 18 from the free throw line. And the Devils had half of the Devils' attempts. They were 28 of 36 from the line, 78%. All right, on the road. Say you're up at 75 on the road. That's a damn good thing. So yeah, then they were 9 for 18. They shot 50% from three, which again, Mo Odom was 6 for 12. So that means the rest of the team shot 50%. They were 3 for 6. So, I mean, yeah, they were 4 for 8 in the first half and 5 for 10 in the second half. And then 25 and 50 from the field, 48% from the field, 50% from three, 78% from the line. Man. And they beat a very good Texas team. And like I said, Mo Odom had 36. And Pig Johnson also in double figures, 17 points. He was, you want to talk about efficient, 5 for 6 from the field. Didn't take any threes. 5 for 6, had a few nice months. Well, I want to say 2, definitely 1, but 2 monster dunks as I was watching the game. He was, 1 for 3 from the free throw line. And he was, 1 for 3 from the, no, that's not Anthony Johnson. So he's 5 for 6 from the field. Sorry, he was 7 for 10. So 70% from the line. All right. Set on the road. We're like one more make. And obviously he wants 3 more makes because you talked to Pig Johnson again. Just great attitude. Great. Just, again, this team is starting to exude that. And you get a buzzer-beating win against Texas. And we know, again, we talk about momentum and building momentum. Basketball, I mean, it's kind of short-term memory, but you start getting – it's short-term memory, but you get wins like that, you get momentum. It's just awesome, you know. And but Pig Johnson had, like I said, 17 points. For Odom, though, for Mo Odom, he had 36 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. I mean, filling it up. And Devils had 11 turnovers compared to they forced Texas into 19 turnovers. Let's see, 19 turnovers, and the Devils had 18 points off that. All right, I mean, again, 19. You probably want at least 25. I think, but I mean, you want at least 38, right? You get a hoop, you get an easy layup, bucket, fast break, bucket, dunk each time, right? But no. But 19 turnovers, 18 points. They had 30 points in the paint, 10 second chance points, 26 bench points. Their largest lead was 6 for the Devils, and the lead did change in this game 7 times, and the score was tied 8 times. So yeah, it's but yeah, points in the paint for Texas, by the way, because I know this has been a common ground, 46, and again, that's tough. But I mean, Texas, they got those, but they were 6 for 19 from 3, so they were 32%. 32%, which, but if you're going to do that, you're not going to win many. They shot 55% from the field, though. They were 30 of 55, which is just over 54.5%. So let's say 55% from the field, 31% from 3, and they were 20 of 27 from the free throw line were the Longhorns, and they shot 74% from the free throw line. But and Dallin Swain, their leading scorer, he had 24 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and a steal as well. But yeah, I mean, well, they had 4 guys in double figures though, because like I said, Swain had 24, and then Mattis Vocatades had 15, and then Tremont Mark had 11, and Jordan Pope had 10 points. So, I mean, you get 4 guys in double figures, you spread out the scoring. But, yeah, 86, 87-86, the Devils win. But, for Texas, but, yeah, like I said, 36 for Odom, 17 for Pig Johnson. And then both Grabovich and Truett had – Grabovich had 8 points. My apologies. So both Truett and Masamba Diop had 6 points. Bryce Ford had 5, as did Alan Mukeba. And then Noah Musin had 4 points for the Devils. So, but yeah, I mean, man, 36. And he actually passed, happened most recently, but James Harden had 36. Phenomenal, obviously, as you know, phenomenal SID. Doug Tamaro put out some very good stuff. But yeah, he hits the list, and then going 16 for 18 from the free throw line as well. That was huge because let's see, I can tell you. But yeah, no, I can tell you it's so let's see, what did he was 16 for 18. Yeah, I mean, most points by a Sun Devil on a road game too. Yeah, Mo Odom, 36. He is, Sun Devils, you won't forget, January 8th, 2000. I was watching that game, and I was so bummed because we were going to go. The ASU was playing Cal, obviously at Cal. We were going to go, and somebody's plans changed him, so we didn't go. But Eddie House put up 61 in double overtime at Cal. ASU did get that win, but it took till double overtime. And then, yeah, that's the highest away from Tempe. Paul Williams in March 10th of 83, put up 45 against SC. Alonzo Verge Jr., you guys remember this? He put a 43 against St. Mary's, which was at the Suns and Mercury Arena, whatever. Whatever it's called now. I know I should know that, but yeah, Verge put up 43 against St. Mary's, and then Trey Holder put up 40 against number 15 Xavier at the time in Las Vegas, same time of year, November 24th, 2017. And then Jahi Carson had a 40-point night at UNLV November 19th, 2013. James Harden, remember that guy name, right? He had 40 against UTEP in Anaheim November 30th of 2008. And then Mario Bennett, yes, March 2nd of 95. And I remember watching that game because it was a few days before the greatest day in March. And watching Bennett put up 37. Man, I love watching. I love watching him play. And then Mo Odom, 36 last night versus Texas, the Maui Invitational in Maui, November 24th, 2025. So literally it's 8 years to the day of Trey Holder putting up 40. And then James Harden put up 36 February 5th of 2009 against the Ducks. But yeah, absolutely money. And again, you hit that game-winning shot. Yeah, that's just awesome. And Mo is now 16th, tied for 16th. He made 16 free throws. Ike Diagu made 18 in a game, as he did it twice. Eddie House did it against Cal, and then Ike Diagu, he made 18 twice. Eddie House did 18, and Ike Diagu at 17. Alton Mason against Oregon State did it back in 2001. And then Mo Odom versus Texas in Maui, 16 free throws made. Harden had 16 against BYU in Glendale, December 20th of 2008. Ike Diagu had a 16 free throw made night against Oregon State back in 2004. Isaac Burton, that was a blast from the past, Sun Devil fans, made 16 in November 27th of 93. That was versus BYU. And then Fat Lever versus the team down south. He made 16 free throws February 20th, 1982. And then Dave Grable versus San Jose made 16 December 17th, 1955. Free throw attempts, Ike Diagu tops the list again with 23. Mario Bennett at 23. Diagu again at 22. Harden and Diagu and Dave Grable at 21. Eddie House at 19. And again, just think of it. He made, what did he make? Did I say 16 or 18? No, House made 18. So he had 19 attempts, and he was 18 of 19 from the line. And free throws. He had 19 attempts. Mo Odom, again, he was 16 for 18. The attempts is 18. The made is 16. And so, yeah. Again, hell of a list to be on. Hell of a win against Texas. And they are 5-1, my friends. They are 5-1. And yes, we'll show that again later. Women's hoops 5-0. Like I've been telling you, they are 5-0. And they were taking on. I got Thanksgiving food drive tonight, by the way. Yep, 5-0. Obviously, with wins over Coppin State, Eastern Washington, USD, and Santa Clara on the road, and UNLV home, as was Coppin State and Eastern Washington. So they are 5-0. Like I said, 3-0 at home, 2-0 away. Loving it, loving it. Molly Miller's going to win every game ever. No, I say that and laugh because again, the competitiveness, the fire. Like, yeah, you love like she said, you love making corrections from a point of winning, but or when you're 4-0 and now 5-0. So Utah Tech, 6:30 p.m. tonight, Desert Financial Arena. It is Thanksgiving food drive night. So again, bring some non-perishable items. You can watch on ESPN Plus. As like I said, they take on Utah Tech. But yeah, non-perishable items, food donation for Thanksgiving food drive month. 6:30 p.m. I got the right time. See, 6:30 p.m. as they are taking on, like I said, Utah Tech looking to go 6-0 after. Oh, I don't know. Somebody on the team who, keep throwing, made the Sports Center top 10. And yeah, let's. You remember this one? Unless you have to beat it. Look at Miller out with this. I mean, literally, it's something like going on pickups. And the 2 minutes later, he celebrated. He gets going to absolutely phenomenal. And you know what? It's worth. Hey, come on! It's worth another look because A, it forks up Devils, and B, I mean, this is how you win the game. And it's funny because she hit one. I want to say, damn, love it. It doesn't matter. The hoop, everything else at PFA. And he buries that 3. And UNLV, again, had a few seconds, as you saw, they took a timeout, but it's like a challenge, way deep 3, and could not hit it. So, yeah, the 56-53 win. And now they have Utah Tech tonight. So, yeah, they are rocking. I mean, they're starting to gel as a team. And I mean, Coach only played, matchups. I mean, and a little bit banged up too, but yeah. So that's I want to say that was number 1. So yes, but oh, sorry. I'm looking. I was looking through my notes, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it. Let's see. Okay, so it wasn't. I could have swore it was number one. Um, yeah, I'd have to. I could have swore it was number one, but either way, but yeah, when you look at what Marley did, it seemed like you said 5-0, and they're starting to come together, and it's. I mean, I should say the chemistry seems to be, gelling. Yeah, and for Marley, I mean, again, just hitting it, and then also McKenna Brackens, they wanted to play for her, they wanted to win for her, transferring from UNLV, and she, coach said it, but she said it to nobody wants to lose to their old team. So Brackens, yeah, I guess obviously had a solid. She did have a solid game, I should say, obviously, but she did have a solid game. And they get the victory 56-53. But yeah, Marley, like I said, you play horse, and again, if you try to recreate it, it's not obviously organic, natural, as you can say, and just kind of reaction. But yeah, she heard people. She said counting down. She knew she had to get the ball up, so she heaves it towards the basket again. She is twisting to where it just heaves it and sees it, and it drills the shot. Absolutely awesome as this 5-0 team for Molly Miller. And remember, her GCU team won 32 in a row last year, a 32-game win streak. I mean, that's that's, and it wasn't the first 32 games, but still, it's you start and then you add somebody and then you just throw them out to the wolves and say, hey, here you go. No, but for what Molly Miller's doing, and again, I think last year Poa, again, she wasn't on the minutes restriction and flow of the game, and she with her hand she was back on the court, and in the second half, I mean, she sat for a good portion of the second half, but when she came back in, drew a charge, moving the ball, and just again playing just obviously just laser focused basketball. But yeah, this team again, and especially what Eloisa Carrera is doing, the 6'2" sophomore forward who was at Ole Miss, transfer, but from Sao Paulo, Brazil. So yes, it's awesome, and man, love it. And then football, guys, like I said, it is the hate week, so we're going to step aside, and guess what? Got a little treat for you. After the break, we are going to hear from defensive coordinator Brian Ward, obviously about wrapping up last week's game and now getting ready for Territorial Cup, what he thinks of Noah Fafita, obviously the Arizona quarterback, who is having, a very solid year. Pittsburgh, I know I did. I called it Arizona. Again, I can't stand them, but respect, because if you don't respect an opponent, and it's not tongue-in-cheek, you don't respect an opponent, you're going to get punched in the mouth, and you're not going to like it. So, but we'll step aside. We'll hear from Coach Ward. We'll talk more football. Obviously, volleyball tomorrow night. The Big 12 champs wrap up the regular season, which they've already wrapped up the Big 12 championship outright at home as they take on Cincinnati tomorrow, and then West Virginia on Saturday. So, yes, that will be absolutely awesome sauce. So, yeah, we'll step aside. But, yeah, we'll hear from Coach Ward on their side as we get ready for, obviously, again, Territorial Cup. The Territorial Cup's hanging out right here in Tempe, and it needs to stay here. That's all I'm saying. We'll have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
three.
Oh my gosh!
At 36 points for Mo Odom. Putting on a show. Shot clock is off. Odom for three.
Oh my gosh!
At 36 points for Mo Odom. Putting on a show.
All right, we are back here on Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. You can check out show live every day, Monday, Friday, 12 to 1. My IG at michael.caratinudo.5. Yes, and the YouTube channel, guys. Go to YouTube and subscribe because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews, whether it be with coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, a wonderful athletic director who is just crazy busy and enjoying the job that his coaches are doing. And yeah, the Territorial Cup means something this weekend, kids. And so we are going to hear from Coach Ward, defensive coordinator. Yes, done a hell of a job. I think 16 possessions for Colorado, and they had 17 points. And I mean, held them to 9 points on, and there was a few turnovers, and it was. But this defense, they are just, oh my goodness. But yeah, defensively, look what they did and what they have been doing all year. But they're going up. They're going up against a quarterback, like I said, in Noah Fafita, who this young man. I mean, and you'll hear Coach Ward talk about it. He talks about it. So, so here is defensive coordinator Brian Ward right after just a few minutes ago after practice, first on the field this week with the team for the Territorial Cup.
You guys get me before my shave. Yeah.
So, 16 possessions by Colorado in that game, 17 points. How would you sum up that performance?
You know, I just keep saying it. It doesn't really matter the possessions that we play. We just, what is our expectation? What is our standard? We were so close to showing those guys that we had less than 200 yards of offense. We blew a couple run fits in specific situations, and then we just didn't get lined up on the third down. That they ended up beating us in man, and we didn't get lined up. We didn't get the communication across the board, and we didn't get help where we wanted to get help, and those things happen. So there's always things you can learn from. Bottom line is we got the win, and it's always more fun to win, and not feel like completely great about the full performance.
Against you.
I had no idea we were playing that many times. Yeah. So it just means we're playing good situational defense, and the guys are studying and preparing, and they're adhering to the process, and that's something you just always pay attention in November. Really the good teams elevate in November, and they finish. The teams that don't have as much to play for, or they don't have the culture or the standards, or they're not holding each other accountable, they don't have the leadership in the locker room, they're not adhering to the process in November. it shows by how they finish. So, yeah, just proud of our guys and proud of really the situations, that we found ourselves in. We had a couple drives that got them into the red zone, and had a couple other drives that what happened on sudden changes. Having 4 drives that started on their side of the field, they come away with 3 points or something like that off those drives. That's the most problem.
Hey, Coach, this is your 3rd time against Noah. How much have you seen from him growth-wise from year to year?
It's the first year we saw him, he was, he was a freshman, but he just got better and better and better, and he had great talent around him. A lot of NFL guys and a lot of guys who are playing on Sundays right now. He was completely comfortable in that scheme, and we saw in that 12th game, and he lit us up. And you saw him kind of take a step back. I mean, they were going through transition as a program, and going into this year, you just see he's back. Operating, in a system and having a lot of confidence, throwing the ball and running around. He knows the strengths and weaknesses of this offense, and in terms of his personnel, you know what I mean, and he plays to their strengths. And you can tell he studies film and he knows different systems, and he's going to know, or at least think he knows what we're going to be in based off our looks. So that's what we're working on all week this week is to change the pictures for him, so he's going to second guess himself. That's really the plan every week, is to self-scout ourselves and get better at doing what we do, but showing it out of different pictures. And mantra, it's being consistently good and occasionally great, doing it when 11th, and having the genuine appreciation for the effort put in every week. So literally, personal fouls come with lack of technique, lack of thought, and too much emotion, rather than just having a full out mentality to say, hey, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to win with effort, win with execution, and again, we make it more about us, than the people that we're playing. So it's one of those things like, hey, we got to continue to do what we do and get better at what we do this week, and make sure that we show week 12 growth rather than just about being one game.
Guys, good. We got Jordan waiting. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Coach. Okay, thank you.
And then what does it say about your team that you can execute like that?
I think number one, just being consistent in our approach and consistent in our messaging. about making it about us. It's not about the situation. It's not about what the score is on the board. It's not about riding emotional waves and roller coasters. It's, hey, we just got a job to do, and just knowing the situation and practicing those situations, those calls is the key to what we do.
Makes a lot of sense. And you grew up in town, so you kind of grew up with the rivalry. Were you an Arizona State fan growing up?
I was, yeah.
I'm thinking about some of the bad losses, like where Arizona State was rolling, and then U of A kind of stepped up and screwed things up. And I think that's at the heart of the rivalry. Like, you almost want to screw it up for the other guy as much as you want to win.
100%.
When you hear about all that, what are some of the things that you think about, I don't know, finishing strong or making sure that they don't ruin your opportunity at the Big 12 or a 10-win season? What are you thinking about that?
Yeah, how can I say, like, the only thing that matters to me is the process. You know what I mean? So I'm with you. And yeah, there's different games where there's different emotion. You can feel the emotion, but we'd rather the emotion be outside. We'd rather be the same. And just, we have a certain standard and we have a process. And the more we stick to that process and that standard, and the minute you feel like, oh, we got to play harder this week, is the minute you're going to have ups and downs as a team. And every game is important. And yes, it's a rivalry game. The emotion is going to take care of itself. But what we can do as an experienced defense and experienced coaching staff and working together and doing these is we need to just say, hey, the focus is what the most important thing. The focus on what we're doing, how hard we're playing, how physical we're playing, and how well we're communicating with each other, and live in every play, and then move on to the next play.
This will be the last one. Weird thing about rivalry games, it's the only game for me that means more to the fans than it does to the players, right? Because they got more time with it. What do you teach the players about the game? How much do you want to give to them?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, if your emotions outweigh your ability to reason, then you blow assignments and you screw up your job. And it's our job as coaches. The emotion, like I said, it's going to take care of itself in these games. We got to make it so important about every play and living in every rep and living in every moment and then winning those moments. And if we don't, we got to move on to the next moment. And the process is so important. And you're right. It's one of those things. A lot of times the emotions can get the best of you, and now you're making decisions based on emotion. And we can't have guys big play hunting. We can't have guys. We got to have guys operating within what we're asking them to do, and then let their ability take over like we have all year.
Assignment football. Do you have any losses that broke your heart when you were a kid? Any territory?
Yeah, the 86 when Chuck Cecil ran that thing back 105 yards or whatever it was. Yeah, we could have gone undefeated into that game, and that was the one that stands out the most for me. I mean, that was in 7th grade at the time. I was driving back from the Pop Warner game in Wickenburg, listening to it on the radio. So you remember where you were in those situations, and it's you're excited to play a good football team, and you're excited to play in this environment, this atmosphere, and with this motion, and with this much riding on the game.
For sure. Wickenburg to Glendale. Coach, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach, my last one I wanted to ask you is, so talking about obviously the defense, the possessions last week, but having a veteran group, how do you feel each week that, because each game plan is different, like you said, I know Keith has talked about multiple times, like, oh, he called the right play to put me in the position, like everybody's doing their 111th, but how much do you feel this group has like quickly adjusted to each game plan, different game plan every week?
This is a great group to work with. They really have been. I mean, we've, and there's things that we can always improve on, but in terms of, who's always going to be ready, who their habits, who's going to always come to practice. We have great leadership from that defensive group, and they don't get rattled, and we've kind of got it took us a while, but we've gotten into that mode right now in defense, and you just hope it continues this Saturday.
Cool. And there he is, defensive coordinator Brian Ward. You heard him in that. I wanted to get that question in again. We're going pretty fast. And yes, sorry, I know I kept my finger kept hitting a button on the volume button on the phone, and it will clip, or it will just stop the recording, which I just learned that with the phone because I've never started it or stopped it that way. And now I unintentionally did it those few times, but we got all we're saying again, talking about Noah Fafita and, how he's grown. And then that's why I want to ask about defense. We put in game plans and, having to make the adjustments in game like they've had to do, like every team has to do every week as you put, wrinkles in. But this defense, Coach Dillingham talked about it yesterday. Their secondary, the way they're playing. And, we'll hear from Jeff Sims tomorrow as we recap women's hoops tomorrow as well. But, yeah, and actually we're going to – I want to wrap with Coach Sims or Coach Sims. That's the Jeff Sims, Polly Miller. I think, I know I have it, but I don't know if. Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, no. We'll get to Coach Sims. Not Jeff. We'll get to Jeff Sims. We'll get to Coach Miller and Coach Powers tomorrow as well, too, because hockey has Ohio State coming in Friday and Saturday. Again, Black Friday, is at 3 p.m. as the football game's at 7. So just like you do with Michigan time, 3 p.m. for hockey, and then 7 p.m. for the football game. There's also a 10:30 a.m. women's hoops game. So yeah, you could Black Friday again. It'll be phenomenal around here. So yeah, don't be bashful. And yeah, definitely don't be bashful. And come over to here. But yes, so that is going to do it for today's show. Again, so glad you guys jumped in again. At Diablo00 on X, ours known as the Twitter. Check out the show live there every day, Monday to Friday, 12 to 1. My IG, Michael.Carastanudo.5. Yes, you see the name, just add the dot between first and last, and then a .5 on IG. And then you have the YouTube channel, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Watch live, but guys, subscribe, because if you haven't been watching, you have missed a ton. And we're only gonna, I'm gonna keep having more and more. So anyway, nonetheless, go to YouTube. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. Yes, it is #OurState. Thank you to reigning Big 12, back-to-back Big 12 champions women's volleyball for, of course, reminding me of that. And yeah, that's for you, school down south, as yes, it builds even more and more on this week. So yes, it is #OurState, and you guys know it. As always, go Devils. And on the way out, I'll treat you with a little bonus stuff, just to remind everybody, again, the electricity here on campus, getting the wins, everything. But you guys know it. As always, forks up.
Odom for three. Oh my gosh.
At 36 points for Mo Odom. Putting on a show.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Poole, touchdown. Quick flag.
Third down and 5. Levis swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Revenge on this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter.